Now it's 5:21. And dinner time at 6. So I don't have much time for the Dharma teaching. So I don't know, but we'll just take our time. But we can't really take our time. We should. We cannot be too fast or too slow, so we should take the middle way. So first, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, to the Venerable Maang Liao Ming, to Master Salakya Chengkong, to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa and Master Dubdan Tarji, and homage to the 3 jewels of the altar, and homage to the main deity of Khoma today, the Red Manohara Vasudhara, or the wealth-attracting goddess. And today we have an emanation of 12,000 Manoharas descending. So you have a lot to hook today. So Simo, Chetan Siddhi Rinpoche, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, all disciples present here and over the internet, and our VIPs today, the Council from Thailand City, Mr. Tsai Wang-chuen, from Academia Sinica, the Academician Professor Zhu Ziyi and Mrs. and Madam, the former Chief Secretary of Taiwan Government, Mr. Zheng Peifu and Madam, Law Advisor of Tribhuda Foundation, Ms. Jennifer Zhou. He is also the leader of DB Boye. So if you become the member of DB Boye, please do so. If you're not a member yet, please do so soon. And the rep of the legislator, Vice Chair, and the wood sculptor, Mr. Jian, and the members of Tribhuda School Scholars Group and Medical Group,
my University Same classmate 朱金水先生及夫人陈泽霞女士，华航功德会总会长及大圆满9次第道果及圆觉经制作人。
The president of the Lotus Light Charity Society and the producers for the Great Perfection Dharma Lamdre and Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment, Master Lien Yue, and the host, Master Lien He, Master Lien Jia, and Dharma Sister Pei Jun. And Master Lien Hai,
脑的本身的血管有2条很重要的血管到脑的。
And because of one of the 2 primary blood vessels feeding the brain was blocked. So we pray to the Manohara by the 3 turning of her Vajra hook, we could save him today. And also the lawyer Zhou, that I also hope that he would recover from his coma by the 3 turning of Red Manohara.
卢国英女士 and her husband， 还有中天电视台给你点上新灯节目制作人徐雅琪
And the producers for the CTI-TV Taiwan, my sister Rebecca Shiachi.
就是感谢方面的，感谢纽约浸会
And gratitude for the Jinghui chapter of New York for the donation of $8,888 US dollars. I mean NT dollars. NT dollars. And my sister Cai Yang for her donation of 100,000 NT dollars. And Yuli Zhu and family for their donation 100,000 NT dollars. And my brother Xu from Singapore for his donation 100,000 NT dollars. And my sister Yao for the donation 100,000 NT dollars. And my sister Xu Ruiling for her donation of 100,000 NT dollars. And for the Suda chapter of Miaoli for their donation 100,000 NT dollars. And for the president of the Taipei Huashan Auction Center, my brother Ma Sun Zhong, for his donation of 100,000 NT dollars. So good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。唔該晒。咁薩瓦迪卡，坎薩米達，羅莫，こんにちは。Good afternoon. Selamat siang. Selamat petang. Doiji. Merci beaucoup. Miss. Sauji. Hola, amigo, que quiero mucho. Sugoin. 一番気持ちいい。Happy New Year， 新年快乐！那么高才天女今年主持最多的一次。
For this year,
这是高才天女
the ceremony with the most primary supplicants this year is Manohara's Homa.
最重要的是
The other deities do not attract people, but wealth
这个财
is very attractive.
也是很麻烦的一件事。
Actually, it's quite troublesome having lots of wealth. But without wealth, it's even more problematic.
也不要没有财的麻烦。
So we'd rather have the problems with lots of wealth rather than the problems without wealth.
它本身是中性。
So the wealth is neutral.
不善不恶。
It's neither good nor bad.
因为用的人用到哪里去，才产生善。
It depends where we use the money. So how we use the money would make it either good or bad. Otherwise, it's neutral.
使它变成好的还是不好。
So the people who use them could make it good or bad. The mantra. The mantra is long, but some people make it into a song, like Master Lianzi, right? You make it into a song.
这个莲子上师啊，他把这个勾柴天女的咒
Master Lian Zi made Manohara's mantra into a song, so you can sing it. That's quite good. But the mantra makes me think of the song of Xie Jingyan. She would sing cha 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 cha, right? But for us,
有点像哦，有点像，声音不同而已啦，没关系呀。
a different sound. But it's okay if you chant it wrongly, then you can hook Xie Jingyan, Miss Xie the singer. And the mudra is the Vajra hook. And as you know, the appearance is holding a Vajra hook and a treasure spewing mouse. And she looks 16-year-old. So my thought wasn't quite right, because the Manohara in front of the Homa fire. And it took me a long time to hook on her. That finally she came. I thought of a problem. 是不是没有声音啊？是真的，有吗？16岁的少女，请问这一尊是谁做的？ So who drew this image? Is it by Master Changren?
我觉得越看啊，越像我们西雅图的一芬小姐。
The more I look at her, the more she looks like Miss Indri from Seattle. That's why she didn't come. Because I was thinking of the Manohara like this, like Indri. You should paint some eyelashes, and her eyes should be very alluring. And the chin should not be so round. Can you? She looks like Indri. Is Indri here? She's right here. Indri from Seattle. The image really looks like Indri. She's a 16-year-old girl wearing all kinds of jewelry, and she's vigorous and radiant, and her right hand is holding a Vajra hook and her left hand is holding a treasure spewing mouse, and the right leg is slightly extended and the left leg is bent inward. This kind of sitting posture is called the natural posture or the goddess posture. Or you can also call it a natural posture on top of the lotus throne.
16岁是最漂亮的时候啊。
So at 16, she should be the most beautiful. Should be like a face of eating. Where is eating? Eating's face would be better. Would be better looking. Right? Eating looks quite rich too. She should be beautiful. And layers of celestial garment and on her all kinds of jewelries, pearls, agates, and all kinds of jewels. Her whole body is red. That looks like coral from the ocean, the coral red. So with the mantra, mudra, and her image, now you can visualize Manohara. And she has tremendous power. Why? You know, the earth god, you know, at Nantou, we have an earth god temple called the Zinan temple. So the earth god is also a wealth deity or fortune god. And we can say that earth gods are the smallest fortune gods, but they also have lots of followers. Why? Because they are close to the people. So if you can invite the mountain gods, they are higher than the earth gods. And the dragon kings win over the mountain gods. And the 4 heavenly kings win over the dragon kings and the mountain gods and the earth gods. And all the wealth in the heavenly realms are below that of red Manoharas, because Manohara was emanated from the heart of Amitabha Buddha, and she's the richest fortune deity. So if you could invoke or invite Manohara, that would be incredible. And today we have invoked 12,000 Manoharas, 12,000 of them. So the primary supplicants and the registrants and the participants today are extremely fortunate. So, and we hook on the proper money as well as downfalls. So you need to turn the Vajra hook 3 times. This is the Vajra hook. You turn once, twice, 3 times. First, you need to hook Manohara down. The most important part is you need to visualize Manohara on the lotus throne, and the Vajra hook is extending and turning 3 times, and Manohara is in the space above, and with one hook, you hook on her lotus, and so she descends and merges with you. And then you recite Manohara's mantra and form Manohara's mudra. So the key here is the 3 turning of the Vajra hook. And then you hook her lotus throne, and then she would sit face to face with you, and then to the top of your head, and then enter into your heart on top of your lotus throne, and then in this flash of a second, you become Manohara, holding the Vajra hook, and you visualize all the things that you wish for to be hooked down to you. That's the key formula. You hook not only riches, you can also hook away all your sicknesses, all your afflictions and disturbing emotions, and all the negative energies and the bad people, your karmic creditors. You can hook them away. For example, at your work, your bosses, your boss doesn't like you, then you use the Vajra hook to hook him away, and then you will have a new manager. Or your co-workers, you don't get along with them, then you use the Manohara practice to hook that co-workers to work at other divisions or departments. Then they are not next to you anymore, they are not around you anymore. Often what happens is those who you like are very far away, and those whom you dislike are always around you. So you hook the people you dislike away, and you hook the people you like to you. Then this is called magnetization or harmonizing practice. So there are many applications of this. You can hook away your sicknesses, or if you feel you have any negative energy on you, you can hook it away. Or the sicknesses, and then you hook all the good things to your house. Auspiciousness, wish-fulfilling things, or the money that you earn, or any downfalls, you can hook all of them to you. So now you know how to do it? So today I will read from Lamdre, the fourth level empowerment, and we will also talk about the path. Realization, main goal, moment of death, and fruit. So the wavy path, for the path, there's the path for the Vajra body, for the speech, and for the mind. And for the mind, there's the continuum of pure methods, the continuum of pure wisdom, and the continuum of all sorts of pure methods and wisdom. And for realization, we have the benefit for the body, the benefit for both body and mind, and the benefit for the mind. And the main goal, and for the moment of death, we have the practice, the smoldering practice, practicing continually and patiently, applying the work, and supplementary others. And fifth, the fruit. So by dwelling on the perfect body or enlightenment of the causal vital energy as the path, the instructions on the fourth level empowerment are divided into 5 divisions. First, the path is the wavy path of the 3 Vajras. Second, the realization is all dharmata, is of utmost purity to solidify the 4 blisses. Third, the main goal is the expansive emptiness and bliss. And fourth, the moment of death is the Poa, transference of consciousness practice of the Mahamudra. And fifth, the fruit is the ultimate attainment of the complete self-mastery of the innate nature in the innate body. These are just the titles of the fourth level empowerment. The last time I was talking about the key points of the second and third level empowerments, the 5th instructions. And the fourth level empowerment, what is the main goal? Simply speaking, the 5th instruction is in the sensation, in the spiritual experiences, the yogic experiences. I did not explain about these yogic experiences last time. One is the 4 blisses. Those are the yogic experiences. In your practice of the chi, channels, and light drops, you would experience bliss. and is the initial bliss, and then superior bliss, the most supreme bliss, and the innate bliss. And then the other one is the emptiness, great emptiness, extraordinary emptiness, and innate emptiness. So by the experiencing the four bliss and four emptiness, then you would be able to receive the fourth level empowerment. That's the yogic experiences or sensations. Four blisses and four emptiness. And one more. According to what I know, I'm letting you know now, the so-called bliss is the bliss of the heavenly realm of desire. That's great bliss. So the realm of desire is always amidst the bliss. And if you practice until you have illumination and illusory body. And what is this radiance and illumination? Is that you would be able to see all sorts of light, clear lights. So you would be able to see white light, blue light, red light, yellow light, and rainbow light. Once you see this light, then your fruition is at the heavenly realm of form. So the realm of desire primarily is bliss. The realm of form is symbolized by clear light. Once you attain this bliss, then you can also attain emptiness. Your wisdom has increased. Then you would reach the realm of emptiness. Once you reach the realm of emptiness, that's the heavenly realm of the four emptiness. Realm of desire, realm of form, realm of no form. So that's the realm of no form. And above the realm of no form, that's the realm of all emptiness. Then they are Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Prateka Buddhas, and Shravakas. Those are the four sixthly realms. That's the ultimate realms of the Buddha nature. So they are higher than the heavenly realms, the three heavenly realms. So you need to have attainments to the four sixthly realms. But if you're always attached to your desire, then the most you can reach is the realm of desire. If you always like the lights and the colorful lights, then all that you can go is the realm of form. Once you can enlighten to the emptiness, great emptiness, extraordinary emptiness, and innate emptiness, and before you reach that everything is emptiness, then you are only at the side, and the four heavenly realms that are near or around the emptiness, like the realm of thoughts and no thoughts, no thoughts and no thoughts. And only after you realize the true Buddha nature, then you can reach the four sixthly realms. And where are the Pure Lands? The Pure Lands are just manifestation of the Buddhas. So inside the Pure Lands, in the Pure Lands, you still have to practice to reach the four emptiness until you reach that all-pervading emptiness in order to reach the four sagely realms. So on this fourth level empowerment, it's only through your yogic experiences you would be able to receive the fourth level empowerment. And the fourth level empowerment is the great perfection empowerment. And most Mahayana is only teaching, only practicing on the single-mindedness, which is concentration, which is to increase your wisdom. So when you are in union with the Buddha, you don't need to think about anything. In single-mindedness, then you would enter into emptiness. So through Mahayana practices, once you enter into the emptiness, you can increase your wisdom to confirm your own empty nature in order to attain the four sagely realms. And that's extremely difficult. Mostly single-mindedness and full concentration, like mentioned in the Amitabha Sutra, then you can be in union with the Buddha and go to the Pure Land of that Buddha. Now you're clear, right, about my explanation? The yogic experiences. There are three kinds. One is the sensation of bliss, the sensation of clear light, and the sensation or the yogic experience of emptiness. Bliss, clear light, and emptiness. Before the emptiness reaches the ultimate, you have to reach the ultimate emptiness. After your light has been generated, you increase your own wisdom, and by your own wisdom and yogic experiences, you confirm the bliss, clear light, and emptiness, all the way until you reach the utmost, which is the four sagely realms. So some people can see light, can see clear lights. In our spiritual cultivation, we are able to see lights, and this is the realm of form. I know someone is able to see clear light. That's the mother of eating. She is able to see clear lights. The light that she sees today, tomorrow, in her practices. Truly, you are able to see lights. There are many other people that are able to see lights too. When I pay homage to Manohara earlier, frankly speaking, I saw red light all over. All at this temple and around it, the whole mountain, they're all red light of Manohara. So I immediately saw the red light all over. Can I say the joke? The matchmaker was matching a couple, and they got married. And then the wife found that the husband is one of her husband's eyes are blind. So the wife asked the matchmaker, how come you didn't tell me that my husband can only see with one eye? And the matchmaker said, of course I told you. How did you tell me? I told you that he likes you immediately, which is actually in Chinese is with one eye or with one glimpse that he liked you. So with Grandmaster too, with one glimpse, I saw Manohara, and she looked like Indri, and she didn't want to descend, and I invoked her, and she didn't want to descend. And at that moment, I couldn't think of the most beautiful models. I just thought of eating. If I change her face into eating, that would be beautiful. I have sung this song. It was sung by a song artist. And the singer was called Sausage. I often sing it. I love eating, eating loves me. For me, the model Lin Ziling is nothing. Eating is 6th grade in elementary school, so please don't think wrongly. You know, a lot of people saw us kissing each other. That's just proper etiquette, because they didn't know about eating. So there's a huge misunderstanding. How could Grandmaster kiss and hug each other with a girl, but she's in 6th grade? She's still far from 18. When she's 18, how old would I be? 81? Maybe I would not live past 81. Really, I'm telling you. Where was I? Talking about Manohara, and I was talking about yogic experiences. Yogic experience is very important. So based on your yogic experiences, you would know which realm you have reached. If you're still in the realm of bliss, then you're just in the realm of desire. And if you're inside the light, then you have reached the heavenly realm of form. And if you have realized and proved the emptiness, then you're in the heavenly realms of the four heavenly realms of emptiness. Only after you reach the ultimate emptiness, then you have true fruition. This is important. So let me share a joke. There are lots of mood in life. The most difficult one is that when you want to fart inside the elevator. If you are in luck, that before you fart, that the rest of the people have left the elevator. then nobody knows.
再来，在高兴的时候，电梯里只有自己一个人，
And
轻松很自
when
在，
you're
放满一个屁，
you're very happy when you're by yourself inside the elevator and you can fart.
后悔的事啊，实在是太臭了，连自己都受不了。
But what you regret is it's really stink
羞愧的时候，
that you can't even stand it
臭
yourself.
味还没有散掉以前，就
And
有
the
人
embarrassment
进电梯
is that with that stinky smell, there are other people
对不对？
getting on the
痛苦
elevator.
的时候，电梯
And the
只有自
misery
己跟另外一个人，
is that inside the elevator, only you and another
更臭
person,
的屁，
and that person
真是
let
很
out
痛
the
苦
even
臭上
more
加臭
stinky gas.
很无助、无闷的时候，是放屁的那个人装作若无其事。
And what makes you upset is the other person acted as if he's
放
innocent.
屁的那个人已经下电梯了，自己独自忍受屁的臭味。
And then that person get off the elevator and you're by yourself
委屈
suffering from the stinky smell.
屁味还没有散以前，又有人上了电梯，又有人进来。
And before the smell dispersed, someone else got on the
因
elevator.
为这个最臭的屁不是他放的，进来的人会以为他放的，所以是很
It is an
委屈啊，
injustice because the stinkiest gas was not let out by myself. It was someone else. And the worst part is that the kid that
非常悲愤的。
got on the elevator with his mom said, "Oh, someone farted."
妈妈告诉孩子，这世界上总有
And
不
the
自爱的人。
earth-shattering part is that the mom told the kid that on earth there's someone
不过很有
like
意思
that
我
who
们刚
doesn't
才
love
已经讲
himself. That was a long joke.
乐明
But
空，
As we said earlier about bliss, clear light, and emptiness,
连电梯放
they're
屁
stage
它
by
的
stage.
哲学
Even farts in the elevator
因为一个屁
is
就产生这么
step
多
by
的
step. Lots of things happen because of a fart.
一个乐，
So in our spiritual cultivation, with one bliss, that's quite incredible.
得到气脉零点啊，这个
If you
头
can
上升，明点
attain
下降，做
the
满头
chi channel light drops, and the inner fire ascends, the light drops descends, and then the light drops and the inner fire moves inside the channels, and the bliss that you experience is already incredible. And then the 5 chakras open and you can emit light, and then each of the light emitted by each chakra is different. Then you would become the rainbow light. And once that appears, that would be incredible. Then you have reached the realm of clear light. And the highest realm is that you have realized the empty nature. And what is the emptiness? The great emptiness, the extraordinary emptiness, and that all is emptiness. And then once you realize the topmost all is emptiness, then you have confirmed and realized that the empty nature is Buddha nature.
我再讲一个笑话，这个
Let me
这
share
个
one
笑
more
话
joke.
我告诉你，不是告诉大家这么做，但是有这件事情的时候所产生出来的一种
I'm telling you,
跟
this
我
is
们叫在
the
学
kind of fruit that happens.
啊，你稍微想一
In
想，
this
也是
joke,
可以通的。
Think about it, it's also related to the fruition in our tantric practice.
抢劫的，
There's a group of robbers
说了一句
who
至理名
perform
言
robbery on the bank
通通不许动，钱是
said
国家的，命是自己的。
The employee said,
至理名言哦，钱是
can't
国家的
move. The money belongs to the country, but lives belong to yourself.
一生
So everybody cooperated. And they all lay on the ground quietly.
再来，这个叫做什么呢？叫做观念的翻转，改变原有固定的思维方式。
So this is change of mindset.
我们什么事情都要把它翻转、转化。
So we need to transform our mindset.
明明是
And in Tantrayana, that's the key.
转化成为修行。
So sex can be transformed to become spiritual cultivation.
明明是色，你居然可以转化成为修行。
So you know it is sex, but you can transform it into spiritual cultivation, and that's the highest ability of a spiritual cultivator. And then the robbers saw a woman lying on her back. And with her limbs waving in the air, and the robber said, "Hey, I rob money, not sex." So that's a business ethic. So you should not touch anything that you should not touch, that you're not supposed to. So if you don't have the capability or the attainment of your second level empowerment, then you should not touch whatever you're not supposed to. Otherwise, you would fall into the Vajra hell. So only if you have the ability and qualification, otherwise all would fall into the Vajra hell. So if you rape when you're not supposed to, then you would fall into the Vajra hell. So that's the business ethic or the work ethic. So for the monks and nuns, they should all have their work ethics, right? So after the robbers got home, there was a new robber with a master's degree and said, "Hey boss, how much did we get?" And the boss is only graduated from elementary school. How could we count the money? It says so much, so we could just watch the TV tonight and we would know. See, the boss is still smarter. So that's the experience of spiritual cultivation. So like work experience. So nowadays, work experience is more important than your degree or your education. The same. Our spiritual cultivation is much more important than any qualification, like Master Tu, in order to be able to give Dharma teachings. After the robbers ran away, the banker said, let's report the police. And before he made the phone call, he said, well, let's add all the monies that we took ourselves. So this is the resolution of a disaster, of a crisis. And then this with the employers. The employee said, well, we wish that we have robberies every month. So it doesn't matter what robbers or thieves. In Chinese, it also sounds like path. Some masters walk on the right, some masters walk on the left, and the master walk on the middle. In the middle, which is the middle way.
我跟你们不是一伙的。
So I am not the same group as you.
要修行境界高了，你就走中道。
So when your realm of spiritual cultivation is high, then you walk the middle path.
这边新春祈福大法会以后。
So right after the annual spring blessing ceremony here, we would go to Linko Stadium, and I will teach the middle way of Nagarjuna. We don't walk on the left or on the right, and we walk in the middle. So that's the middle way. And the second day, there was the news that the bank had been robbed for $100 million. But we counted, and there were only 20 millions. You know, hey, we just robbed 20 millions, and then the bankers got 80 millions. So it looks like we should still be in charge. Then you can get more money. When you have authority and power. So remember, as spiritual cultivators, when you have authority and power, you should not become rotten. Whether you walk the left path, the right path, or the extreme path, we should walk the middle path, and we should be honest and earnest and truthful in our spiritual cultivation in order to have attainments. Recently, I have this feeling that the Simu was also saying as well. You know, the Alexander the Great built a huge empire from Europe to Southeast Asia. A huge emperor from Europe to India. And after he left, when he died, he asked the people to chop off his 2 limbs and hang to remind everybody, to show that he is going with 2 empty hands, even after he conquered Europe and Asia. So at the end, at the very end, doesn't matter how much wealth, riches, real properties, gold and money, whether you're the richest person on earth, at the very end, you're empty-handed. All the dynasties of China, Tang, Yi, Xia, Sang, Zhou, Qin, Han, 4 countries, Wei, Jin, Northern and Southern dynasties, Sui, Tang, Song, Yuan, Ming, Qing, and then the Republic. So all the emperors have the greatest wealth, but now they have nothing. And some emperors died a tragic death. Just the spring and autumn dynasties for 240 years. There were 60 countries who perished, and over 50 emperors were murdered. So even emperors.
所以告诉大家，
So I like to tell you,
赶快修中观，
it's best if we cultivate spiritually the middle way, the Yogacara, to practice Buddhism, and that would be the most important.